Hello, hello. Ooh, I like that. I like your name. Be real. Welcome. Thank you for joining. Ethel, I'm a spiritual life coach, mindset mentor, and spiritual channel. So basically channeling light beings for healing and transformation. I've been going live consistently. Today is my 5th day and I want to see how far I can go because I haven't done this, and so I'm excited, but it's also scary, but I'm still doing it anyway because I don't want my mind to, distract me and to give me reasons not to go live, because that's been happening. When we're doing anything that is new and like that's out of our comfort zone, our ego is like, ooh, it will try to keep us safe. It will try to make us stop so we can, go back to the comfort zone. So today's topic, I'm going to be talking about faith and gratitude and how those two really go together. Now, when we tell the universe that we are ready to create something, we're ready to change our lives, and the universe sends you like something for you to do, like, an action step, or the universe sends you a sign. There we are. The universe sends you a sign on what to do, and maybe you feel uncomfortable at first, but you do it, but then you're not consistent. You stop at some point. Then, after a few days, we're like, okay, I don't think I need to take that action anymore, right? We just stop and we have no idea why we're stopping taking actions. And then we come back again. Okay, I'm ready for my next level. I'm ready to create a new reality for myself. Universe, give me a sign. So universe gives you another sign, but you don't do it, right? So it's like we fall in this pattern of asking for help to help us so that we ask for help to help ourselves to move forward, to the next level of our experience. But we're having a hard time to take the action that's needed to get there, right? And it's not entirely our fault because the ego is wired to keep us safe. And so when it sees that, okay, you are kind of getting a little momentum going, it's going to come in and say, nope, go back to what you're used to. And so we stop and we just think that things don't work, or like certain manifestation processes don't work for us, when it's just the ego telling us, oh, don't do it. It's not good. It's not going to work. And it actually uses itself as a form of reference, right? A frame of reference to remind you that the thing you're trying to do didn't work the last time, so don't do it. It's not going to work. But it's not that. But when you take action consistently, it becomes your ally at some point because it sees that you're not backing down. Like, I've been running into some resistance going live, but I'm not listening to that voice anymore. I am committed, and so I keep taking action. And when I'm ready for the next thing, and that's another thing, when we consistently take action and the universe, God knows, and the universe sees that you're taking consistent action and you go past your current level of self-expression, like energetically, you've taken so much action that you actually have plateaued through that, you're going to receive the next level thing for you to do, right? It's almost like there are levels to experience yourself in and through before you can achieve the thing that you want. And when you manifest whatever it is that you are aiming for, it is very important to be grateful even on the way there, right? It's important to look at the good in your life. It's important to anchor that frequency, that vibration of gratitude for the things that you have, right? And then to be grateful for the thing that you are calling in, the thing that you are working towards. When you do that, you actually bring a beautiful momentum, a steady, consistent momentum for experiencing good things in your life, having good experiences, whether it's with people or, some of the material things that we manifest that we are proud of and grateful to have. Because what happens is that when we're not grateful, and I see this happen all the time, we wanted something, right? And now that we have manifested it, it's like, oh, yeah, it's here. On to the next thing. When you're not consistently grateful for that thing in your life, it's like you are energetically moving your vibration away from it, right? It's like when you manifested it, you guys were close. It's here now. It's yours. It's tangible. You have it in your experience. Now that it's here, you're barely even like looking at it. Like, yeah, I did it. But you're not really being thankful for it, even if it's already in your life. So the secret sauce to continue manifesting positive experiences is to look at what really impacts my life in a beautiful way in my life. Like, what is the thing that I'm grateful for, and how does it help me every day, right? And so the more you put gratitude to these things, the more you're calling in even bonus manifestations that are on the frequency of gratitude, that are going to cause you to be grateful for these surprise manifestations that came about that you didn't even ask for, right? Or at least not consciously. Because when we're asking for things to manifest certain things in our lives, we've been asking most likely for a long time, and there are things that we even forgot about. But the universe didn't have a window to bring that into your life when you are asking for it. Because maybe you are not consistent in your action steps. Maybe you were, your ego was playing with you, and so it was easier to just drop the momentum that you are building for yourself when taking action, right? Now that you are consistently being grateful, let's say in the morning you wake up, I'm grateful for this day, I'm grateful for another day, something like that, right? And then you begin to go through your life before you even look at your phone and being grateful one by one of everything that you have that helps you in your life. Like creating time for them individually, right? I'm grateful for this thing. And you feel the authentic gratitude, because sometimes we just say things without like being in the frequency of what we're saying. But honestly being grateful, then you anchor that beautiful energy in your body, one, second, in your life. And so you create a beautiful relationship with the things that is already in your field, and then you call in more things, right? And it's at that time, if you continue to do this for a few days, maybe 7 days or more in a row, to kind of create that momentum for yourself, you'll find that the universe will begin to bring certain things that you are calling a long time ago that you didn't manifest, or it didn't work, right? You begin to manifest bonus manifestations because now you are aligned with them. Now you are connected to the frequency of gratitude and the energy of having it. You are the person that can have it now, right? So that is the importance of gratitude. Hello, welcome. I don't know how to pronounce your name. KJKDDV, Asan, okay, and Bra. Oh my god, that's funny. Well, welcome. Thank you for joining. I like your name. That's funny. But yeah, so that's the importance of being in gratitude, in the frequency of gratitude. It draws everything to us, even some of the things that we may have forgotten about. Now, with this though, when we are in a manifestation process or we are taking certain actions and nothing is working, especially in the beginning, it's like you're taking the action and nothing is showing up, nothing is showing you that it's working, like, that there's momentum in the spiritual plane, in your energy field, in your subconscious life. It's like sometimes we can feel discouraged a little bit because we're not seeing anything that is showing us that what you're doing is working. But when we persist, and also this is where faith comes in, having faith that what you're doing is working, that every action step that you're taking is creating a ripple effect in the spiritual realm and in the energetic realm of your life, that it's not time yet. It's not time for it to be dimensionalized into your third dimensional reality, into your real, right, reality, 3D. So having faith for a long time isn't easy, but this is where self-trust comes in. Looking at, okay, there have been some things that I've been able to manifest in my life. What have I created that showed me that I can create what I want? So then taking that inventory, and then it is from there that your faith becomes even stronger, because you remember, okay, I have shown myself that I can create. Here's the proof, right? And then having the understanding also that we've programmed our subconscious minds through repetition. And so it's like everything that we've created, we've repeatedly chosen them with our energy, with our attention, with our focus, right? So if you think about this, at the beginning of the things that are normal for you in your life, that the things you think about and the things that you feel with no question, at the beginning of that, I guarantee you it wasn't easy for you to like begin to believe that, whether those are good feelings or negative feelings, right? It wasn't easy, because this is how I know why it wasn't easy. You are never meant to suffer. You are never meant to live in the lower energetic vibrations of existence, right? When we come in, we have the understanding that we are worthy. No questions. As kids, we know that we are divine, we are worthy, right? Until we begin to be programmed, life isn't like that. Like, you're gonna have to learn. Like, one of my relatives told me that life isn't served on a silver platter when I was like 9, because I was looking at life very differently. And even though I went through what I was going through at that time, the traumas, I looked at the people that were treating me the way that they were treating me. I saw that. I experienced the abuse, but I had compassion for them. I knew that they were also suffering. At a deep level, I knew that, okay, this is not who they are. They're going through something, and they're bringing this to me. But that's okay. This is not what I see about them. Literally, when I was like 9 years old, I knew this, right? And so I never held any grudges, or like, if anything, when I was about 11, after consistently going through abuse and trauma, I shifted from, well, I actually didn't shift, because if you think about it, having the perspective that this individual is going through something and they're taking it out on me, right? And having compassion for that person. And then when I was 11, I started to think that maybe there was something wrong with me. Maybe it's me. Maybe my existence is wrong. That's terrible to think like that, but I started to think that way. And I started to ask God, why am I going through what I'm going through? What have I done that is so wrong in order for me to experience what I'm experiencing? And it's also around that time that I began to receive loving guidance from angels. I began to see angels, and every time I went through trauma, they would come when I was by myself and sort of comfort me. I would feel their presences around me. I would also see, their beautiful manifestation of their bodies. It was just like pure light, right? That was also when I began to see Jesus as well. He would show up, and we would have conversations, and I would have questions for him. And that is also the time I started to see not only the angels, but the darker part. Because where there is light, there is darkness as well. So it's like you as an individual is where you choose, okay, what am I going to put my attention behind? What am I going to choose here, right? And so at a young age, to get to the point of what I'm saying is, we know that we are important, we are sacred, we are enough, we are worthy, right? So me having that knowledge and then going through what I was going through, it didn't fit with my innate knowing, innate understanding of who I am at a soul level, right? So it wasn't easy. This is the point I'm trying to make here. Everything that you've been through, everything that you currently believe and feel about yourself or your life right now, your world, at first it wasn't easy for you to believe that. So this is the contrast that I'm bringing, that anything can become your normal. And so as time went by, when I was 11, I started to believe that. I started to believe the outer suggestions that people were telling me that I wasn't good enough, right? And then it became automatic. I started reacting. I started acting out what I was suggested in my body as my truth, right? But it's not my truth. So when things become normal in our consciousness, we don't even think about it. We just react, and that's just how life is. That person's a jerk, whatever, right? But you can also reprogram yourself to where what you consciously choose becomes your normal in your own nervous system, in your own body, and in your life. The quickest way to do this is to be grateful every day. To wake up with a grateful heart. Look at the things that help you. Look at the things that enhance your life in a beautiful way in your life, and be grateful for them. Honest gratitude, not just saying it from your mental level like we often do. Then you begin to attract different things in your life. But to also understand that just like it took some time for us to begin to believe what we currently believe, if it's not really helpful for us, just like it took time for us to take on outside programs as our truth, it's going to take a little bit of time for the frequency of gratitude to begin to manifest itself in your life through the life experiences, like through the situations that come up to you now, like, through what you attract, through how you feel about yourself now, and through the physical manifestation, like if you have something that you want to create. So it takes a little bit of time. Hello, Evans, welcome. John, welcome. Danny, Dan, welcome. Thank you for joining. Today we're talking about having faith and gratitude and how those two go together, right? Because when we are experiencing something in our life that doesn't go with who we are, we innately can feel it at a deep level that this is not what we want to experience because it doesn't feel good. And if something doesn't feel good in your body, then that means that it's not part of the truth of who you are. It's not your innate truth, your natural truth at a deep level. But if you have a conscious desire to create something for yourself, to have a better life, to have a beautiful home, a nice car, a loving relationship, good friendships, it means that you're going to have to sort of take inventory of how you've been showing up, and ask for spiritual guidance. Ask for guidance from the universe to send you a sign of what to do next from where you are. And so this is where we receive guidance. Maybe in our mind, a song pops up, or we're scrolling on social media and we see something that really catches our attention. Like, I was just thinking about this. This is perfect. Let me dig deeper. Let me dive in and see how I can implement certain steps to get me to where I want to be, right? Or maybe you are somewhere and you overhear a conversation about some modality or something that catches your eyes. Oh, I've heard of that before. That sounds interesting. Let me do some research on it and see if I can start taking action, right? It's like synchronicity begins to happen in your life when you are serious about changing your life and you ask for assistance from your spiritual guide, your spiritual family, from God, from the universe. But we sort of have to be aware, right? We have to be in a consciousness of anything is possible. Anything can happen at any moment. I've asked for help and I know I'm being guided. I know I've been guided in the past before. I know I'm not alone. And that's another thing. When we are immersed in negative programs within our own minds and our bodies, and we truly don't feel good, whether we don't feel good about ourselves or something that just happened in front of us or at work or whatever, it doesn't feel good because it's not part of who you are, like I said, right? So, hello, welcome, Fit Guy and Global Trotter, welcome. Thank you for joining. Thank you. So anything that doesn't feel good in your body is not good. It's an indicator, sort of a compass to let you know that what you are currently listening to, what you are currently feeling in your body about what's going on is not part of who you are. Now, if you've asked for help to manifest a specific thing in your life and you begin to see certain programs or, videos about manifestation or whatever, and you feel a little judgment about that, whether you're judging the person that's talking or judging the content or how it's coming to your ear, like how it's sounding. I've been fumbling here. So if you find yourself judging why my fumbleness like this, then that means that your ego is trying to tell you, get away from that. No, she's not saying it right. That's minuscule. That's small, right? That means that your ego is trying to keep you in your comfort zone, because the ego will pick something very small and magnify it in your consciousness. Like, oh, well, what about this? Are you sure? Like, oh, I've heard this before. Let's go, right? Anything, because judgment is one of the biggest tricks that the ego uses to keep us safe. On my previous live, I talked about the ego and the many faces that it uses to keep us safe in our comfort zones. Its job is to keep you safe. And so anything that you expose your consciousness to, it's evaluating in the background. Let's see, does this fit with how we show up? Does this fit with what we already know? Is this gonna get me out of the comfort zone, which is scary for us, for the ego? Because remember, its job is to keep you safe. And so if you listen to that voice, you start taking action, and then day 5, you're like, I don't want to do it anymore. I've done enough. I deserve a break. I'll do it tomorrow, whatever, right? Those are the that's the noise that the ego throws our way, so that we can stop doing everything that we're doing right now and just distract ourselves with a snack or whatever. Welcome, Ironwood Butcher. Welcome. Thank you. So having faith is not easy, like I said, because you are taking certain actions for some time, over and over again, every day, and you're not seeing any results at all. And you wonder, is this working? But if you continue to take action and just have faith in yourself, have faith that it's working, then trust yourself, trust that you can do it, regardless whether your life is showing you that something is coming up or not, because it took some time to come to here where you currently are. And so to vibrationally shift from here, it takes some time. And I've had people that say, well, yeah, it takes time. So they use that as the excuse not to continue to take action. They use that as the excuse of why it's hard. It's not hard. It's just taking a little time because it took some time for you to have the current programs that you have, that you act and react from, that have created your current life and your current patterns of choices, right? So, by the way, time is an illusion, but to play in that field that it takes time is going to pass anyway, right? We're not here to be content with just, when you're ready to move on, when you're ready to create a different experience for yourself, you will feel it in your body. You will be exposing yourself to content that let you know, hey, you are having a thought about changing your life. Here's this, right? At an energy level, a spiritual level, you are sending out requests to the universe to send you certain things that might help you. Not that are going to help you, maybe, but things that might help you. The reason that I say might is because you are a sovereign being. You can tell at a soul level, at a deep level, what is going to help you, right? Through listening to what the person is saying and see how that feels in your body. If it feels good, then you know that there's something to that, right? But if you feel a little bit of fear or slight judgment about it, be aware that that's your ego trying to come through to the forefront of your consciousness to be like, hey, what do you think you're doing? Go back to the comfort zone, like I said. But if you don't let the ego, if you don't let it win and you stay anyway and you listen and you take the action, whatever the action is, then you're taking control of your own mind, your mindset, and your feelings, and your subconscious. And when you take the actions over and over again, you are telling the subconscious mind that this is a new experience that you are choosing for yourself consciously. Because we all get programmed with ways of feeling about ourselves. I don't want to say without our free will, because that would be incorrect. We're here to experience our lives, both positive and negative, so we can choose, we can decide which one feels better, which one feels good to us, and which one is going to help us have the fullest experience of 3D existence and life in general, right? So when you are at a place where you are taking action and maybe you are thinking about creating a new experience in your life, don't listen to your thoughts and your emotions, because in the beginning they're lying to you, but as you keep going, it becomes your ally. Your ego then becomes your ally because it sees, oh, they're not stopping. I've thrown fear, I've thrown worry, I've thrown judgment, I've thrown anxiety, and this person is not stopping. I might as well join them where they are so I can be able to protect them up there, right? They need to be protected. I need to be with them, so might as well acclimate and protect them. So hello, welcome. That's the ego, that's the tricks that the ego plays in our subconscious mind that we're not aware of. And this is the time that we're being called to awaken, to truly begin to tap into what it is that we're made of, to stop creating from by default, right? To just react and we have no idea why we're reacting to whatever happened, right? We just know. All we know is it doesn't feel good in our consciousness, it doesn't feel good in our bodies. And so it's easier to like react or like say, she sucks, man. You know, she made me feel like this, whatever. That's because that's telling you where you need to look. That program has overplayed itself in your consciousness. It's coming up to be addressed and released. And sometimes when we go through certain traumas, we sort of fragment ourselves. We are not whole, right? We don't know how we feel. Like the feeling of you, the true feeling of you, your energy. How do you know? How do you know that you don't know how you truly feel about you? If I ask you right now to tune into your body as you are listening to me, how do you feel to yourself? What is the energy of you? Do you love yourself? Do you trust yourself? Do you feel like it's okay for you to express yourself, to be authentically you, unedited? Or are there feelings of like, shrinking yourself or anxiety? Because when we go out in the world, that lets us know how we feel about ourselves, because we have thoughts about maybe how people are perceiving us, right? Am I okay? Is my hair alright? Like, is it okay for me to be here? We sort of shrink our energy energetically, and it's an unconscious thing. When we do that, we actually diminish our own vibration and our own aura, energetic aura. Meaning, when you do that, you are inviting other people's thoughts and negative feelings and energies really to sort of come in and influence you on how to be. So what do I mean by that? For example, you go somewhere and the moment you enter in the room, you feel slightly nervous for no reason. You feel self-conscious, but you were fine a moment ago before you walked in. Now that you're here, all of a sudden, right? Or you feel just angry or bothered or irritated. That means that in that environment where you are, there's been somebody that was there, or maybe they're still even there, that feeling, that are spewing certain energies in the environment, right? Energetically. And so those people that are susceptible to lower frequencies will pick that up, yeah, and then just react, and they have no idea. It's all energetic. And this is why I talk about energetic life is alive and well, but we are not aware of that usually, right? Energy is real. Energy influences us even more than anything else. When you look at your life at an energy level and come from that place of consciously choosing the type of energy you're gonna be operating in and from, then you're being the conscious creator of your own life as you intended when you got here, to consciously create your life without being influenced by anyone else's thoughts or emotions or really energies. Because there are people that seem like very confident, right? They come in like, yeah, so this is how to be or whatever. You know, when you're at a function and someone is talking very loudly and like boldly, but when you listen to them and you tune into your body, you're like, okay, how am I feeling? Yeah, I'm hearing quite alright, but what's going on in my body right now as I'm listening to this person? Your body will let you know. Your body will let you know what's influencing you or whether something is correct for you or not, based on where you are and where you want to be. Most of the time we're not connected to our bodies. We just know that something doesn't feel good in the body, so we just react, right? Whether that's verbally or energetically, it's unconscious. But if you tune into that uncomfortable feeling, whatever it is, and really ask yourself, what is this telling me? What is this trying to tell me? Your body will begin to tell you the message behind what you are feeling in your body. It will begin to tell you the message of that, and also what is causing you to think the way that you do, right? Because how you think and how you feel is connected every time. And you can't feel grateful but think thoughts of scarcity. Like it's not aligned. There's a mismatch there. Like, if you are grateful, you have thoughts of abundance and knowing that you are enough, that I am grateful, I can do it. I can have everything that I want. It's okay for me to have what I desire. And that's empowerment. So if your mind is too busy, I encourage you to tune into your body and let your body tell you what is going on. Because your body is also intelligent. Your thoughts, yeah, your mind is, but the ego hijacks what we think so fast that we don't even know what's going to help us or not. Because the ego is going to be like, this is the door right here. You can only bring something that in your mind that is aligned to where you are. So it's very, very conscious about your life and what can come through, what can come in as the truth. So this is where some people have a way of thinking as the only truth, right? And people get programmed to think a certain thought. You can see it in politics, how heavily programmed we are. Now, I don't talk politics here. That's just an example. Another one is certain religions or cults that program their followers with what to think and feel and how to act and how to be and what to believe as your truth. You are not here to be programmed on how to be. You are here to consciously create what you want by choosing the thoughts that you're going to be focusing on and the feelings. And so that's why morning time is the perfect time before you even look at your phone to open your heart in gratitude, to be grateful for what you have. One by one. So here's a little technique that you can do just to sort of anchor everything that I'm talking about here in your body so you can understand what I'm saying. So you wake up in the morning, or even now, it really doesn't matter. The only time that it matters is because morning and nighttime is where the door to your subconscious opens. It's like perfect time for you to put in what you want to be experiencing the next day, right? So you wake up in the morning, or even now, you can close your eyes. If you're not driving, don't do it. Whenever you can, you close your eyes and think about something that you're grateful for in your life. The first thing that comes to mind, that close your eyes and put it, like tune into your heart and really feel it opening, right? Let it open. Now put that thing in your heart. Look at it and really feel it while your heart is open. Your heart will begin to open a little bit. You will feel a shift in your heart when you're doing this. So put it in your heart and really feel gratitude for it. When you place that thing in your heart and you feel gratitude, it opens your heart even more. So your heart is telling you, yes, this is good. This is aligned with who you are. This is great, right? When you are grateful for that thing, you will see changes about it. Something might happen to sort of confirm to you that the gratitude that you've been feeling about that thing is actually working. So you're gonna experience an improved experience with it, whether that's someone that you love. So whether that's someone that you love, you just kind of place them in your heart and think about how they enhance your life in a beautiful way, in a good way for you. Think about what you appreciate about them and let that sink in. As your heart is opening, let it sink in. You are appreciating them for what? Let whatever comes to you comes. Your heart will begin to guide you to the things that you are grateful for and appreciate about that person. See, this is the thing. When you place things in your heart and be grateful for them, like really taking your time and being grateful and thinking about, I'm so happy that this person is in my life. They enhance my life in this way. Your heart then will take over. Yeah, and they also do this that makes you feel good. They also do this other thing that makes you feel good. So it's like the heart is opening and reaffirming to you, yes, this is true. And so what we're doing there is that we are growing this thing energetically in our lives. We are saying we want it to stay and we want more of it. And also we want more like this, what we're feeling right now. And so this is where we manifest random things where maybe your loved one just comes up to you out of nowhere and like gives you a kiss or whatever, right? So you will receive a confirmation in your real reality to let you know that what you are doing is working. And gratitude manifests quicker than any other, I would say. Well, gratitude and the frequency of authenticity, whether you are authentic to yourself, where you're not judging yourself, you're being yourself regardless of what's going on, regardless of what anyone else thinks about you and how you're showing up and how you're being. You're still being yourself anyway. That is powerful. Gratitude, when you do it like this, the little process we just did, will manifest quicker than mindset work, affirmations, scripting. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that those things don't work. They do. They help our subconscious mind, right? To begin to let go of the grip of the tightness, the energy of this, how we have created our lives. So they do, but not as quickly as gratitude. You can begin to see a change about what you are grateful for, whether maybe even in a few hours after you do it. It depends on whether you really took your time and you really were seriously, authentically grateful for them. That also determines what your life shows you about what you're doing. Manifestation and what we do and how we do it, these techniques and processes, lets us know if you are truly, honestly feeling what you're saying. Like I talked about affirmations a few lives back. You sort of have to feel the frequency of the I am, because I am holds power. You are sort of using your divine energy to affirm yourself into maybe health or wealth or loved. So when you say I am loved and you really feel I am loved, you are really creating a very strong frequency of the resonance of love in your life. I am happy. Yes, I am happy. Now, I talked about this too. We have been programmed to spell our lives by what we say, right? Because I'm sure you've heard of spelling. So we've been programmed to say things like, an example of what we've been programmed opposite to what we want is, I'm hungry, I'm tired, I'm sick. You're not. Like, I know what you're saying, but you're not hungry. You are experiencing hunger. When you say I am hungry, it's like you are taking all the beautiful energy of the divine, who you are, and sort of putting it in the energy of hunger, as if that's who you are. Like you are putting yourself in hunger. I am hungry. No, you're not. You are the divine I am. That I am. The presence within you that is undefined. And so when you say I am hungry, you are defining yourself as hunger. No, you are experiencing hunger. But when you say I am happy, and you mean that, you are sort of defining yourself as happiness, which is better than I'm sick, I'm tired, I would say. I mean, you can tell, because that feels very different in your body than saying I'm hungry. And what we don't know is that this is also going straight to the subconscious mind. Every time we say it, I'm sick, I'm hungry, I'm tired, especially that one. It's like, it has run rampant in our society. I'm tired. Then your body is always tired. Or at least it has a clock, like a timer, right? Oh, it's 2:30. Your ego is gonna remind you, hey, remember, you're tired. And so you are at work, all of a sudden feel sluggish and feel tired, right? It's noon. Everyone else is eating and you are used to eating at this time. You're hungry. Go eat. I'm hungry. Let me go get me some lunch. And we go about our day. I was hungry, now I'm full, which is fine. You are defining yourself as not needing to be fed, to fill your body with food. But unconsciously, what you say to yourself matters. The thoughts that pop up in your mind out of nowhere, they matter. Where did they come from? And who is directing those thoughts to you? Who told you that? Whatever thought comes up, it's like, where did it come from? You can ask yourself these questions. I used to play in the frequency of unworthiness because I was programmed to believe that I was unworthy. So when I began to question the thoughts that were coming up, like this was in the morning every day, it will pop up. Remember, now that you are awake, remember, you're not good enough. And so I started asking, who says who? Why am I not worthy? Who taught me that? Somebody pops in my mind and a situation comes up where I took it on as the truth. That's another way you can disprove these things that pop up in your mind, or address them in that way, so that you can come from a clean and clear consciousness of being yourself. With no noise, no mind chatters, no negative feelings in the body, you are coming from a clean consciousness where you can then begin to build your life. You can get to build your mindset. You can build your emotional life from. This is the time we're being called to awaken. We've been asked to do this for millennia, really, for a long time, for many decades, I would say. But every year, we start off with good intentions, but then fall off and let the programs, limitations, and everything else influence our decisions and how we feel about ourselves. How you feel about yourself is important. How you feel about yourself, depending on who you are at a soul level, is exactly how other people are going to be treating you. It's like, oh, you feel like shit about yourself? I can pick that up. I'm picking those vibes from you, so guess what? You suck. And then we just react because we already don't feel good about ourselves. So it's easier to just react or whatever, say something back, or just react internally, call them names or whatever, and we just go about our day. We are totally unconscious to what's happening. But based on who you are, again, at soul level, there are people that are wired, like how they treat other people is exactly how the other people are going to treat them. So it's like, if you're good to someone, you notice that you're receiving good experiences. But some people like me, how I treat myself is exactly how people treat me. I find that. So this way of being is like, it's very revealing to me. Like, okay, how am I treating myself, right? And really, whether you are created to be what I just talked about or not, it's just good practice to treat yourself good, to come from a clean consciousness and intentionally create what you want because you have chosen it, not from other people's programs to tell you who you are, right? And then also just be a good human. Treat other people well, right? Because you never know. You never know. So how many people are on here? I know it says like people have joined. Can you just say hi, just so I know I am not talking to myself? And it's also good to interact. Are you finding any value in this topic? Can you guys hear me? Can anybody hear me? You don't have to. It's okay. It's not a requirement. But I do hope you found some value from this live. I'll be back tonight 9 p.m. Mountain Time. I'll be back tomorrow same time, 1:30 or 2 p.m. Mountain. So if you are a woman on here, we're doing our divine feminine activation and womb healing tomorrow at 1 p.m. And so if you're interested, the link is in the bio. And then if you're interested to check out what the Akashic records are as well, you don't have to be a man or a woman. If you're interested in a modality that can literally change your life, help you find out what current patterns are influencing you at an unconscious level, energetically and spiritually, and finding out what your divine soul energetics are, so that you can begin to reprogram your subconscious and reprogram your entire life to match who you are at soul level. The Akashic records are an invaluable resource. They're my favorite. So if you're interested in that, the link is also in the bio. It's the same link, but then they go to different things. Check it out and see if that's something you'd be interested in. I do want to thank you for your time. Thank you for joining me. I hope you come back tonight at 9 p.m. Mountain Time, and then tomorrow same time. So thank you for joining. I will talk to you soon.